Okay, so I was looking in boxes of cars for another project car. Came across this Nissan. This is was made by Carrera years ago. GT 500 class from JGTC, Japanese, like Japanese DTM basically. And I wanted to do a build replacing the running gear because I get the question a lot. If I want to replace the running gear on a Carrera car, what Slotted parts do I use, or what parts do I use? Slotted makes a kit. This is the Dtm kit. It's got really large diameter wheels in there. It's got tires in there. It's got an axle in there, bearings, and a gear. And I'm going to use this kit. I'm going to see if this works for this car. So this is the build. I'm doing this because I want to salvage this car because the tires have melted, as you can see. So this car is close to being trash. And I don't want it to be trash because I like the car quite a bit. So there we go. Gonna start the project. Okay, simple enough. Remove 4 screws. Try to take the body off. There you go. Body is good. Inside, there's no tire residue. As you can see, this was a returned car. So probably something is wrong, like the digital chip. I don't know what. This is going to be an analog rebuild, of course. So all this mess is going to be taken out, including the lights. Yes, including the lights. And just wanted to show you the inside of the body of the car. This is the Nissan again. And bodies are nice. Pretty heavy, but they have a lot of detail. So we're going to set that aside for a second. There you can see the tire residue is even sticking to me already. God, this is disgusting. So what are we going to do here is we're going to take out, obviously, the circuit board on the back that has the lights. Going to take out the back axle. I will use this motor in this build. I'm going to use the chassis as well. Chassis should be fine. Going to take out the digital chip since it's probably bad. That's a guess, though. Oh, look. One of the rear tail lights has come off of the board. See that? The tail light is actually fell inside the body. Sorry, this isn't in focus. Fell inside the body right there. Maybe that was what prompted the person to return it. Going to take out this. Going to take out the front axle. Probably use, well, yeah, I can't really do anything with the wheels. So anyway, going to strip all this out. Going to do that now, and I'll show you what I've done in the next step. Okay, so move this stuff out of the way a little bit here. So what I've done is I've removed the light boards, the digital chip. There's a retaining ring that holds down the front axle and the wires. You just pop the front axle out. It's just held in with bushings and snaps in and out fairly easily. So you just push and snap it down or pop it out to snap it out that way. When I was pulling the digital clips out, as you can see on the board here, it pulled out the clip that holds in the wires, so I can't reuse the stock wires. Well, I could, but I have to resolder them. And this joint is it's just about ready to break, I can feel. So here's how you pop out. If you've never done this before, you just push from the bottom and snap out the rear axle. And there you go. Beautiful wheels. Nice Nismo decoration on the inside of the wheel there. Yeah, and there you go. There's the back axle. So this is just the flat chassis. This is the stock Carrera chassis with less stuff in it. The side pod fell off which is the detail on the side of the body here. This just snaps right back in. I'll have to glue it in. There you go. So you can see it's the side of the body right there. I'll have to glue it back in. That's easy enough, or just heat weld it in. We will get rid of the magnet because people know my feeling on magnets. This is, You know, if you like the magnet, keep the magnet. I don't want the magnet, I'm taking out the magnet. There's a retaining clip in there. Get out of there, you. There you go. There's the magnet and the shim to hold it, help hold it in there. So that's the basic chassis. Just pop the motor out here so you can see. This is an old E200 motor. The motor should be fine. If the motor is not fine, I'll replace it with another Carrera standard motor, because I want to keep this as stock as possible. But again, this is just to show you how to replace the running gear in the car. I'm going to have to use another front axle, of course, because this one can't be reused either. So there you go. I'm going to throw this stuff away now because I don't want this nasty goo getting everywhere. Really, it's upsetting to see, you know, a car that you really like in this kind of state. So anyway, so now I'll replace the rear axle with the slotted stuff. This kit, if this turns out to be the right kit, this is KK17. It's the Carrera Dtm Replacement Kit made by Slotted. There you go. So we're going to do that next. Okay, so thought I'd show you the kit here, what's inside the kit. It's a 26-tooth crown gear. It's an axle, 2 bushings, 3 grub screws, 2 wheels, and 2 very nice fat rubber tires. They feel really good. The grub screws, there's 1 for each wheel, and there's 1 obviously for the crown gear. Now, and this is the KK17 kit for Carrera Dtm. Gonna see if this works for this car. It should. Okay, so when you get the kit built, this is what the parts look like when it's just assembled. This isn't set up for anything, but this is obviously the axle going across, the crown gear, and then I put the set screw in, the bearings. You can see them, they slide back and forth, just like the standard Carrera axle. I mean, it's basically the same thing, but just with all really nice, really high quality metal parts. Set screw in each wheel, and that's what it looks like when these parts are assembled. So we're going to put this, and then of course the tires just slip right on. We're going to put this in the car now, and hopefully we're going to get things adjusted, and hopefully it fits just fine. Okay, so loosened up the center, loosened up the crown gear, got the bearings ready to snap in. They just push in. They just push in. There you go. It fell apart. There you go. So it snaps in, and it turns. Look at that. We're close. We're real close. What we do is you're going to need this is a Slot Car Corner screwdriver that I got years ago. They still sell something similar, not this exact design, but so you just tighten it down. It's a .035, which is the slotted size of grub screw, and tighten that down. Look at that. We replaced the back axle and gear with nice, smooth, solid, precision slotted parts. It's really not hard, guys. We're just going to move this wheel out a little bit, loosen this up, slide that out a little bit, tighten it back down. We'll just put the tires on here just so you can see what they look like when they're installed. Couldn't be any easier. Just snug them down, move them around. And these tires should stick like a dream on the polycar track. Yeah, these are nice soft rubber tires. Should be excellent. Okay, there we go. Now, I mean, let's just test fit this, shall we? How does that go? Oh, baby, look at that. Now, these obviously are a little smaller diameter than the tires that came on the car, the wheels and tires that came on the car. But this is going to be, really close to what you're going to want the what you're going to want for this car. I mean, it looks, to my eye, it looks really good. Now, it's going to be pretty close. This is going to be really, really low. I don't know. These tires are barely going to clear. I might have to take off. Oh, I got to take out this magnet too. I might have to use a Dremel and take this. It's a holder that sticks kind of down below the surface of the edge of the chassis, so the magnet gets super low. If I sand that down, it'll give me more tire clearance. But yeah, that's basically it. This looks like the ticket, guys. Yep, it's the KK17 kit, and this should look good. I'll get the car. I'll finish up the rest of the installation here. I am going to use the stock Carrera guide for now. I'll probably end up replacing this, and I'll show you how to do that in a future video. But for this video, this car should be good to go. This is been a basic video to show you how to replace the rear axle on a Carrera car. On this Carrera car, you can do this is a Dtm kit, so you can do this with the DTMs, and that's basically it. You're going to want to oil right at the bearing there, right at the bearing there. You're going to want to oil, grease the gear a tiny bit, but that's basically how you do it. Snap it out. Get a little grub screwdriver, 0.035. Get them from Slot Car Corner, you get them from LEB, you get them from Cloverleaf, you get them from basically everybody that's a hobbyist company, a hobbyist retailer will have this kind of a really good set screwdriver. And there you go. You've just replaced the rear gears and tires and wheels with good quality stuff. Okay, so here is the stripped down project car. Well, stripped down and sort of built up, I guess you'd say. So I've had to replace the guide. The guide mechanism was gummy and kind of nasty, and CG Slot Cars makes a guide adapter. I used the small one that fits perfectly in the hole for the to hold the guide, and you can put a nice slotted guide in here now. And I took off the slotted rear wheels, and I believe these are CB Design LMP wheels that I put on here. On the front, the tires are pretty cool looking Spirit tires from years ago, but any slotted type of tire, large diameter tire, should fit. They'll stretch over. They fit really nicely here. And so what we got is a nice rolling chassis, no guide on it yet, but we have a really nice basis for a really good slot car now. The chassis is flat, basic, and adequate, I would say, for, you know, a mild class. It's not a stock car, of course, anymore, because I got the slotted rear end in here, the what is it, a 27-tooth crown, the stock motor, the stock pinion, 9-tooth pinion, stock slotted, or the slotted tires that came with the KK17 kit, as you see. Sorry, it's a 26-tooth crown, as you can see, and it came with these large diameter wheels that I have replaced with the LMP. I believe these are the LMP wheels from CB Design from Slot Car Corner, and as you can see, they look really good on this car. There we go. Get my focus point right here. As you can see, they're a smaller diameter in the front, and definitely in the front. There's a lot of gap there, but I'm not going to get too bothered about this. Yes, it would be nice if they were a slightly larger diameter tire on there, but as you can see, they really look nice. And I know that the LMP wheels are from CB Design, are really, really high quality wheels. Slot Car Corner makes them and sells them, and well, a lot of people do. LEB does as well. And you know, you really cannot go wrong with these wheels. So there you go. Next for this project, I'm going to put a guide in here, a slot it guide, wire it up, and we'll be off to the races.